Today our meeting is devoted to the topic of academic careers and navigating through careers in academia and our experiences, I guess, and hope. We will all be able to share a lot of our own experience and maybe our own views on the topic, as the topic is familiar to all of us. We, I think, globally face similar issues and problems which are related to being a scholar, about the pathway which we should follow in the university life, and how to plan our career and what are the options, obstacles, and what are the insights that I have from my own perspective. My name is Joanna Skиба. As I guess we have met many times before and during our past meetings and lectures for the internships. I have been an academic lecturer for 24 years at the Kujawska Szkoła Wyższa in Włocławek. And right now I moved to have my main job at the municipality where I'm the international officer. But I am still related to academic world through one university in the city of Łódź, which is central Poland, where I am coordinating the international office. So I am still involved, partially, not fully, but I have had quite vast load of experience, sometimes bad, sometimes good, but I think I know which difficulties we face in the sphere of personal development and also in the sphere of academic professional life. So we always, I think this is our human inborn feature, that we want to plan for the better, that we want to develop, we want to build our careers. Nobody wants to stop in a professional life or professional development. So we always consider this building our career within the academic world. I think and I know many of us have been applying for different jobs in academic world. We were preparing our CVs, the research statements, we were preparing for interviews, and I think still we do this. And I think after the pandemic of 2020, it has become even easier to get a remote job because the pandemics changed the world of academic life completely and started quite a new order of things, and it has become much easier to get involved into some online projects or some online jobs as well. So in general, I would like to make a general statement that a career in universities, in academic world, can be very rewarding. They are challenging because they involve this human factor, and this is sometimes an unsettled industry, but there are permanent and secure positions. So many people say, once I get there, I will never leave this job because it's like for lifetime, because it's guaranteed usually in the state institutions that you get your job for your lifetime. You will be just promoted if you are secure enough and clever enough. These are the positions which are, of course, highly competitive, but and not very easy to get. I guess it is slightly different with the private sector, talking from my own experience in Poland. As universities, private universities in Poland, or colleges as they are sometimes called, but let's stick to the term university, they are run like businesses. So the owner just seeks for profit, and we are the employers who must produce this profit. And if we don't provide enough data, which usually is the right income in the accounts, then there is this probability of us losing a job. So if there are some universities just failing as businesses. During the last 2 years, there were many bankrupt situations with the private universities in Poland, especially those which focused on international students, not like Erasmus students, but students from Africa or Asia, because the conditions of getting a visa for the student gets highly complicated, and the procedures get highly complicated, and the universities faced financial crisis. So if the owners could not escape the situation, they just had to close the business, or they had to close some departments. So that is one of the issues that we may be facing. When we plan our careers, we should reflect on our values, and we should explore the options that are available to us. Sometimes we may find this inspiration when we read stories from others who were brave enough to start this work in the academic world, and the researchers who got promoted and obtained their PhDs and professorships, and they were granted or they just received options of other jobs which were highly profitable and highly recognized. There are many types of career paths within the academic world, within university lives. So we should try to plan our careers. I guess it's the easiest way is to do it when we start, like we enter the college life and we start planning. So, and sticking to this plan is a way of succeeding. I have met many professors, even this year when I was completing my MBA program at one of the state universities in Poland. And I had a chance to meet this excellent professor of economics who got really far in her achievements. But she said she was so determined to stick to this career and the career bullet points, as we may say, that she knew that she could have like 8 years after she completed university. Then she gave herself extra 8 years to complete her PhD, and then another to become a professor. And she's really followed this routine and pathway of points that were like this landmarks, like milestones in her career. And she was successful enough to get promoted, to be in this, follow this path of her own plan. And also she was supported by others. And I think it's another issue that we should concentrate on. If we do not get proper support from our not only peers, but our rectors, colleagues at the department, if there is nobody with a helping hand, we may simply drown. And I guess if we are lucky enough that we get like followers, or we get somebody who is really supporting us, then we I guess we get more power and more, we may receive this energy, and also this energy may turn into our own success of being promoted and following this path. On the other hand, if we are fighting, if we feel like we are surrounded by enemies and there is nobody supporting us, then it's very difficult. What we can do, well, do our own job, follow our plan, and just keep going, which is not easy. So I guess this is also the group work, which is part of our success in the academic world. We may need lots of different skills and experience that we need to be successful in the university life. So as I said and mentioned, many of the teaching jobs or research roles are highly prized and highly competitive, especially in Western Europe. Not so much in Poland, but I guess in Western Europe quite a lot. We need to follow some other steps, like we need to take care of our publications, for them to appear in well-recognized journals. We need to have this experience of research funding that we obtain, and also teaching experience, which includes designing our syllabus, delivering classes, and evaluating different courses. So this is the profile that we have in the academic community. Very often we need the project management skills, which are required to deliver successful research projects. In Poland now, the scholars are really forced to work in projects, but I guess many of them do want to, because the project work means we get extra money, extra income, because the projects are very often subsidized by the European Union or by Polish government. There are many institutions and very powerful state research institutions that support the projects, the research and publications. This is another story, and I guess I gave quite a few lectures here on project management. And I think we will not be going very deep into this, but the skill of project management is one of the crucial skills nowadays. I am also involved with some international projects like Erasmus for many years. And it has become very bureaucratic now, which makes many people just put off, and they feel discouraged to use it, but we still continue and we strive. But this international experience is also a big plus. Also, the knowledge of foreign languages, not only English, but I think English it's like a lingua franca. But also it's French, German, or Spanish, which are very useful in the university environment. The international experience that scholars have, like the international mobilities, like Erasmus+, but not only, as there are many other programs which include mobilities, are also part of our CV, of our expertise, and make it easier for us to get proper recognition. We need to have this understanding of the process of quality assessment in teaching and research. We should also follow the current issues which are important in higher education. And also set up this network of people who can support us and advise us. I hope many supporters who are not based not only in Poland, but because I've been the Erasmus coordinator for many years, and I have attended many conferences and seminars, and I still do. And this network, I guess, is my network, my personal network of support. So if I need someone to get involved in a project which I'm preparing, then I know that someone like my friends in Bulgaria, my friends in Italy, Portugal can support me in this. Well, this is quite a big list of some kind of requirements, but I think before applying for a new position, we should check carefully and we should be informed about the department, the research area. If we know anyone in the new institution we are applying to, we should try to reach those people. We should try to also read information from this institution's website before we make our application. Where to find new jobs? I mean, internationally. There is this Euraccess jobs. I will write it on the chat. I think you know it. There is also science careers. It's new scientists, but I guess Euraccess is one of the most known. Now let's concentrate on our documents which we need to prepare for the process of new recruitment. It's obvious we need our CV. It's our academic CV in the special format. So it's a unique format for university life. It should include the publications, the research activities, and also the funding if we were given any kind of awards, any kind of financial awards. So usually the academic CVs are longer. They are longer than the standard ones. They may be around even 4 pages, but I would strongly suggest not to make them longer than 4 pages, because think about those who need to read them. I always guess and I always wonder if those recruiters in academic world, if they really read the recruitment documents they receive. Sometimes I really doubt this, if they really read them. If we apply for some kind of like an administrative job, because there is a second section or sector of jobs in the academic world, if we apply for administrative jobs like a manager of a department or a student recruitment office, they always have their own list of required obligatory documents, and we need to follow the announcement closely and directly. So we need to tailor the CV for the specific application. If you just have one format and you use it for all kinds of jobs, then it's not going to work. We should highlight our achievements, our interests. We should write clearly and concisely, but without holding back our achievements. So this should be stressed. Remember to put the publications in the reverse chronological list, starting from the latest. And also the research, it's the same rule, reverse chronological order, which means we start with the latest and go back to the ones that we were starting with. So it's a reverse chronological order. We should include our scientific supervisors or funding bodies. We should include awards which we were given for the research projects, or the meetings, seminars, or important conferences that we attended. As regard the teaching experience, we should include the lecturing, supervision, demonstrating our development, seminar, group work, and assessment abilities. If we have any administrative experience, this can also be included, not only for administrative jobs, but also for clearly teaching jobs. And if we have any other professional qualifications, these should be included as well. As for the references, usually we should include 2 or 3 referees. At least 2 of these should be from the academic background, but we should ask them for permission first, because they may be contacted by the recruitment services of our potential employer. There is also the need to include the cover letter, which is sometimes called the motivational letter. So in that way, we may stand out from the crowd. There are now options to use the artificial intelligence, so generated text, to have a very special arrangement or adjustment of our cover letter, but remember to include the name of the employer you are writing to in the cover letter. I mean the name, like the name of the institution, for example. So also follow the guidelines for the format of the CV or the cover letter, because some institutions just have their own formats, and we are allowed to use only those which are produced by them, only for the needs for their own recruitment. We should really sell our best in the documents. We should follow the right tone and label those documents with the special power and this motivation that we have for applying for this job. So as I said, we may try to talk to some people who work in this place where we are looking for this job before we apply, as this will maybe give us a hint or some kind of new information before we make our decision. If we are successful, we will be invited to an interview. So this is most probably it's going to be a panel interview between you and 2, 3, or 4 interviewers. Very often now those interviews are carried out online for many reasons, and sometimes not. Sometimes they are just organized face-to-face. But whatever the case, we should be prepared to this interview. So read about the institution, review the department's website, try to learn who the staff is, so try to read the staff list, review the job description, try to practice this interview before by recording yourself. And on the day of the interview, I think it's important to dress smartly, smile, demonstrate the ability for the job, keep this eye contact, and try to prepare your answers in advance. Also, you can turn it the other way around and ask your own questions, like if you are encouraged to, then do not sit quiet, just ask some kind of questions. So what are the possible questions that we may be asked? For example, what were the key achievements in your research? Describe the project you would like to undertake. Who are the key researchers in your area, in your discipline? What are the opportunities for the multidisciplinary work? What plans do you have for publication? Does your research have the potential to serve a wider community? If we were starting your project today, would you do it differently? So there are questions that we may be facing and we may be asked. What is the style? What kind of style we should keep in this interview? We should be brief and try to anticipate our audience. We should have some concise points and a very clear structure, not jump from place to place. We should try to practice our timing. I sometimes do it before a lecture with a big wall, a big clock somewhere around me, and I try to give a speech if I'm told like the time limit is like 10 minutes, then I try to focus on time and to prepare it before. Getting a job is never easy, especially now, not only in the academic world. Just this morning, I read in one of the Polish papers that we are facing, maybe not really a crisis in Poland, but we are facing like the situation that was not expected, that there is this kind of wave of growing unemployment. So I guess it's also facing the reality in the university surroundings that we work every day. So we must remember that there is this sphere of values, that the values that we have are very much rooted in our personal lives and our experiences, and they reflect what is really important to us. Those values may help us also grow, and those values may help us develop in our present careers, and also if we are looking for a change, then they may help us change our professional surroundings. Those features and values are altruism, so helping others and contributing to society. This is in Poland very often carried out through the non-governmental organizations. Many researchers, academic teachers are involved with the NGOs, and they try to use this experience to build the network of contacts. We should have this feature of which I call the pursuit of knowledge, so a love of learning and love of discovery. We should feel that this is the prestige, that the recognition and respect we get as academic teachers is really unique, because we are looked upon and we are the ones that may be followed. Sometimes this is a bit of adventure, so we may feel adventurous by seeking excitement and seeking new challenges. The feature of feeling this independence, the autonomy and freedom in decision making is also important. The teamwork spirit, so collaboration with others. Some people are like the lonely wolves, as I would say, and they do not intermingle easily. I guess we should try, even if we are not very social creatures ourselves, we should try to get convinced into the teamwork, not for like every day, not 8 hours every day, but let's say we need other people around us. Creativity, this is a feature we should try to develop and cherish. Accomplishment, so it's the mastery of achieving and trying to achieve something which is excellent. Work-life balance, so having time for our family, for our friends, and also leisure, not only work. And integrity. Integrity means it's honesty and ethical behavior. How we combine all the words together. So other values are like stability, security, artistic expression, and competition. These are also important. we have to have time to identify what really matters to us. So we may try to approach a career advisor, and right now a coach, a career coach, and they may guide us through the process. They may help us articulate our values and understand how those values influence our own decision making. There are many intrinsic values which are related to work itself, and also extrinsic values which are the byproducts of the work. So they are like earning recognition or getting this financial security. We should understand how we prioritize the aspects of the careers and what really truly matters to us. So we should research the potential careers and investigate how different roles align with our own values. A career advisor can provide some insights and challenge assumptions that we may hold. And remember, there are people with different values, and they thrive in different careers, and we are all very different. So one person may value teaching because the job is stable, and others value this as the big opportunity to inspire others. We have to try to be open to new possibilities. There may be career paths, career roles in very different sectors that we are not really familiar with, but we should keep our mind open to explore, to consider different ways how our skills and values can be effectively applied. We should also regularly reflect on our values. Sometimes ask as self-reflection, which of my values are non-negotiable? How does my career align with my values? Are there any ways I can better integrate my values into my current work? So there are those self-reflecting questions. Career management. Now it's another area that I would like to cover. Career management involves understanding yourself. What are your skills? What are your values and aspirations? So we should continue to discover this professional development, and we should foster our skills, knowledge, experience that support our own goals. Career development is most effective when it is started early and it is embraced as an ongoing process. The example I gave you of the professor who was teaching me at the MBA. So it can help us to stay prepared and catch the right opportunity. When we actively manage our career and we are ready to take advantage of opportunities that arise around us. There is this clear perspective on our life, and it makes us sure and confident of our current development. We need to build transferable skills. So this is not only the awareness of our own skills, but the ability to articulate them across different contexts. So it may be academic or non-academic. So transferable skills can unlock many collaborative opportunities, and they may expand our career prospects. We should try, which I know is very difficult, to support others' development. As I told you about creating this network of opportunities. As our careers progress, we can guide others, especially the younger ones, the younger generation, in their career journeys. Sometimes it gives us the feeling, if I help them, I may lose my own opportunities. Or if I give them too much information, too much detailed information, I may lose my own job. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. If we are strongly rooted in our work, in our surroundings, then I guess it may only strengthen our team, and it may contribute to the advancement on the side of others and on the side of on our side. How about the different specific tips for managing our career? I guess it's very general, because I'm not only focusing now on academic life. I guess it's like advice that can be given to any situation, in any situation, to anybody. So we should try to make our self-awareness stronger, like we reflect on our skills, our values and experience. We should identify what blocks and stops us. We should engage with the network, like professional network of colleagues. We should try to get inspired, maintain our active development plan, adapt to the demands that are now on the market, and prioritize skills of our development, like set a new program of development. How to use it practically? So we can use the platforms like LinkedIn to connect with other professionals from our own world and in other fields. We should regularly update our CV, take advantage of many training options, training events and workshops, seek some kind of mentorship and coaching, and encourage others to share information, and also try to ask them for leadership. So there are many different situations that we may be familiar with. Some tasks, for example, like we need to research career opportunities to open new types of skills and options. So these are, as I said, very general statements, but they are also maybe applied to academic world. What is the role of personal growth? The personal growth plays a crucial role in academic success. It fosters the self-awareness, resilience, and motivation. The students who engage in professional growth, and teachers as well, are better equipped to handle the challenges, set goals, and achieve this academic potential. How to create this growth? We need to focus on the self-awareness. So it's the personal growth which helps us understand the strengths, the weaknesses and values. We should try to be resilient. So the personal growth develops this power that we have to bounce back from the setbacks and challenges. Motivation. The personal growth fosters our motivation by discovering our passions. We may develop this desire to learn and excel academically. To foster this self-discovery in us, in educators, we may implement different practices, like the reflection activities. So encourage in regular reflection on thoughts, feelings, and experiences. We should have this support system, and also we should try the experiential learning or community involvement. So the features that we need for growth can also be listed here. Like this is the self-awareness, when we are able to reflect on our own skills and knowledge. The resilience, when we have the ability to bounce back from the setbacks. The self-motivation, which is the driving force behind the academic achievements. And the balance and well-being is also very, very important. When we are in the academic situation and we want to follow our own development, sometimes we have to ask for promotion. And sometimes one theory is get promoted without having to ask. And another school says get promoted and ask for it. Well, how to do it without asking for clearly our boss for promotion? We should manage up, which means it's the most important piece of advice I can give. Manage up means process this degree of emotional intelligence and anticipate your manager's needs before you are asked for. Hold yourself accountable when you have some kind of performance or meeting. Understand our boss's language, which may be very difficult, but we have to try. Strategically make points of aligning your goals with that of your managers. Also, try to demonstrate the leadership. So, seek out the problems in your organization. So fill in the gap, upskill and train yourself. Take initiative, try to be the leader. So take the lead in the meetings. If you are asked, like in a group meeting, who will lead the session, then just raise your hand. So take initiative or volunteer, build strong relationships in all levels in the company. Sometimes I hear voices like, I'm afraid to talk to my boss because I'm scared, because I feel like I'm lower in hierarchy and I'm not the right person to talk to him. Well, why do we have this feeling? Our bosses are also human beings. So make yourself the go-to person, which means that we become the leaders, that we are the point of doing something, and we are more important like managers in our own area. So we may become experts in our field, and we may be just needed. So if we are needed, then we will be more attractive on the market, on the academic market. Now, to end up, I've got some questions which will just require to answer yes or no, and you can write your answers on the chat to make this a little more relaxed. Have you ever thought about becoming a full academic professor? Yes or no? Have you thought of this? Or you are happy at what you have now and you are not reaching more? Of course, there may be some professors with us right now, but sometimes this is felt like it's the ultimate goal at academic world, that we want to become professors. Okay. Do you think professors spend more time teaching than researching? Yes or no? They do more teaching than researching. Yes or no? What do you think? The answers are mixed. Do you? Okay, more teaching. Well, I think it depends, really. It depends on the institution, department. The next one. Do you think publishing papers is more important than networking? I mean, networking with people. So do you think publishing papers is more important than networking? Yes or no? Also, the answers are mixed. Publishing papers is more important. It depends from which perspective. Of course. From the perspective of my lecture today, I guess networking is more important, but this is just my personal view. Do you think administrative work takes up a small part of time in the academic life? Do you think the administrative work takes up a small part in the academic life? Yes or no? No, of course not. So it only shows how much paperwork we have to do every day. Do you have any questions right now, or would you like to make a comment or share your own experience of academic work and academic careers in Ukraine? Any comment from anybody who wants to speak to us? No comments? Okay, I guess we are all sailing the same boat. So I would like to thank you for today, for attending the lecture on academic careers, navigating careers in academia. And I wish you a very nice afternoon and see you next time. Thank you and bye-bye.